back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, and gold. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. All right, guys, we're starting off with Bitcoin. It's currently 7 p.m. Eastern time. The price of Bitcoin is at $103,100. Starting off here with the weekly chart, Stochastics, our toppy, we look to fall down. We still having this red bearish candle here, and we're far away from the 21-day moving average, which is at 94,649. Every time I look at this, it just looks like this is where it wants to magnetize to. It pretty much is telling us we want to go to the 21-day moving average. Right now, it is going kind of sideways. I have this in a flag, but now we're currently breaking out of this flag. This flag would take us to about $135,000, but if we break down, then that's going to be negated. We head over to the daily chart. The stochastics are still on the way down. They're getting kind of low, but it still looks like we're going to be here for a while. This still has to round out, and we'll probably drag here for a little bit. Some very bad news. We're below the 21-day moving average. This wick looks horrible, and we are below the 50-day moving average now, guys. This candle closes in about an hour, and I've been telling you guys, if we lose the 50-day moving average, the next stop is this purple line, the 80-day moving average at 97,950, and it looks like that's where we might be headed. Now we head over to the 8-hour chart. The stochastics are low, but they're looking like they want to roll over. We're below all the moving averages. The next stop is going to be this 200-day moving average at 100,997, and on the 4-hour chart, I had this yesterday in a head and shoulder pattern, which pretty much would take us down to about 97k. Today we wicked all the way down to about 102,400, let's call it. I was talking about a possible double bottom here, eating up this wick, which we did, but look at the stochastics are still on the way down. We still have a red candle here. We might be going lower. It's possible that maybe we might try to see we could double bottom here, which is at about 101,000, or maybe even this wick at 100,000. So we got to see what ends up happening, but it's not looking good. We have been below the 21 moving average and the 200 moving average for a couple of days now, and the longer we stay below these averages, the higher chance we have of going even lower. We head over to the 1-hour chart. Stochastics are low. Again, they look to roll over, and we still have not been able to gain these moving averages. We already broke 103. We were playing around in 102 today, so the next stop is 100k. We cannot hold that 100k, then it looks like we will be visiting, like I said, this 80-day moving average at 97,950, possibly even lower. We head over to Ethereum, and the weekly chart is looking bad. Pretty much we are losing the 200 moving average. We're going to see if we could hold on to the 21 moving average, which is at 2,245. Look at all these wicks every week. We have tried to get up here, and we just haven't been able to. And the fact that if we close on Sunday, this candle below the 200 moving average, then probably going to go a lot lower. These stochastics are also high here. On the daily chart, we have never been able to really get above this 200 moving average, where we just lost a 50-day moving average. Next stop is this 80-day moving average at 2,172, which correlates with the weekly that wants to go to about 2,245. Stochastics are low, but we might be here for a while, so it's not looking good. And for me, in my opinion, if Ethereum can't make it up, it's going to be a lot harder for the other altcoins to make it up as well, because Ethereum has the highest market cap of all the altcoins. If we head over to the 4-hour chart, stochastics are on the way down, again below the 200, below the 21, so it really does look like we're going to be going a lot lower in these coins. If we head over to Cardano, head over to the weekly here, stochastics are dropping over. We want to go lower. We have never been able to make it above the 21 or the 200 significantly for a long time. The only thing holding us up right now is this blue line, the 100-day moving average at 54 cents, and it looks like we're probably going to lose that soon if we cannot maintain that. On the daily, we lost all the averages here. We still have more downside to go. So it actually looks like there's this wick here that happened a long time ago that brought us all the way down to about 50 cents. That might be the next support. We can't maintain 50 cents, then I could see us going down even lower, probably like into the 40s. So we have to be careful. On the 4-hour chart, stochastics still have a lot more room to continue going down. We're below all the averages here again, so that also looks like there's more pain for Cardano. We head over to XRP on the weekly. We never were really able to maintain ourselves above the 21 moving average. And currently we have a bearish hammer here. Obviously, we still have 2 days before this closes. The next stop is the 50 moving average here at $1.67. It looks like that's where we're headed. On the daily here, Stochastics still want to drop. Again, below the 200, below the 21. On the 4-hour chart, big wick all the way down here. We made it to about $2.08 today. We have another red candle. The Stochastics are low. So I'm just seeing more downside overall for all the altcoins pretty much. We head over to gold on the weekly chart. The Stochastics are starting to reset, but we still might be here a little bit. We're still kind of far away from the 21 moving average, which is at 3,132. Again, gold right now is at 3,371. We've been maintaining ourselves pretty much. I do have this in the flag where we broke out, but we have to see how this weekly candle closes. So far, it kind of looks like we're negating the movement that we did last week here. On the daily, Stochastics look to come down. We are above the 21 moving average, but we could lose it. We're trying to stay above it right now. That's currently at 3,346. I had this in an inverted head and shoulder. Kind of looks like a complex inverted head and shoulder. It's kind of dragging a little bit here. So unless we make a move up, this might be negated. We are above the pattern though, but it looks like we could easily drop back into this pattern. I still see gold going sideways for a little bit. On the 4-hour chart, we're on the way up, but we're below the 21 moving average. So gold for me is probably still going to stay in this range between like 3,100, 3,500 for a while. Obviously, if the war escalates between Israel and Iran, and if the United States get involved, then I see the gold popping up and I see Bitcoin and all the other altcoins really taking a hit. So let's see what ends up happening with that. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.